Today we're going to be doing 5th grade lesson 4 problem solving skill, estimated or exact amounts. Decide if an amount is estimated or exact. By 1853, nearly 250,000 people had rushed to California. Is the number of people who had rushed to California an exact amount or an estimated amount? Explain. Okay, so by looking at the number 250,000 people, it says nearly 250,000 people. We know that this is an estimated amount because the number isn't an exact number of the amount of people that rushed to California, and it's a rounded number to the 10,000s, so it's estimated. And two, many gold seekers earned from $12 to $15 a day. One gold seeker was reported to have earned $128 in one day. Which amount is exact? Which amount is an estimate? So if we look at 12 to $15 a day, it doesn't give us an exact amount that they earned in a day. And so since it gives us an estimate, 12 to $15, 12 to $15 is the estimate. And for $128 in one day, that's an exact amount, so it's $128, which is the exact. Use the gold rush information below to answer the following. So this is in San Francisco on December 23rd, 1852. Gold was discovered near Sacramento on January 24th, 1848. Walking overland for 48 months, thousands of people rushed to California to seek their fortunes. In 1849, at least 32,000 people arrived to search for gold in the California hills. In 1850, about 44,000 people rushed into California in search of gold. The port of San Francisco was a busy place during these years. In addition to the people who came by land from other states, nearly 40,000 more people came to California by sea during 1849 and 1850. The California gold rush peaked in 1852 when more than $80 million worth of gold was found. So, number one, about how many people altogether traveled overland to California in 1849 and 1850? So, if we look at all the people added up, there's 32,000, 44,000 people, and 40,000 extra people. So, if we add them all up, we would get 76,000, about 76,000 people. And to the nearest thousand, by how much did San Francisco's population grow from 1848 to 1853? So if we want to see how much the population grew in total to the nearest thousand, then we know that here nearly 250,000 people had rushed to California by 1853. So it would be 250,000. And it says to the nearest thousand, and it's already rounded since it's already an estimate. How many gold seekers altogether arrived in 1849 and 1850? Is your answer exact or an estimate? So if we're looking for it altogether, then it would be 76,000 because 76,000 people because that's the total of all the people. And this would be an estimate because we know that in the passage it mentioned the words about, at least, nearly. It's saying that these numbers are all estimates too. And if we're adding all the estimates up, then we'll also get an estimate. Could you say that about 300,000 people had rushed to California by 1853? Explain why or why not. So, since we're looking for an estimate, we can say that about 300,000 people had rushed to California because the total was 250,000, and if we round that to the nearest 100,000, then it would just become 300,000. So the answer would be yes. Number 5. Juan has 4 more Gold Rush souvenirs than Carla. They have 32 souvenirs altogether. How many souvenirs does Juan have? How many souvenirs does Carla have? Okay, so we know that Juan plus Carla is equal to 32. So Juan's amount of souvenirs and Carla's amount of souvenirs both equal 32 altogether. And we know that Juan has 4 more than Carla. So J is equal to, so Juan is equal to Carla plus 4. Since Juan has 4 more, so Carla plus 4 would be the amount that Juan has. So with this information, we know that we could plug in for j equals c plus 4. We could plug c plus 4 in for j for the first equation. So we would get c plus 4 plus c equals 32. And then we solve for how much souvenirs Carla has. So we would get 2c plus 4 equals 32. And then we would subtract 4 on both sides. 2c is equal to 28. And then to divide by 2 to get c by itself. So Carla has 14 souvenirs. And if we plug this back in, then 18, Juan should have 18. So Juan should have 18 souvenirs. And if we add 18 plus 14 up, then we get 32. So suppose an ounce of gold is worth about $300. Mei Lin has saved $40 a week for 2 months. Does she have enough to buy an ounce of gold? Explain your thinking. Okay, so Mei Lin has saved $40 a week for 2 months. And we know that in 1 month, there are 4 weeks. So if there's 2 months, then it would be 4 times 2. So there would be 8 weeks. And if she saves $40 a week, then it would be 40 times 8, which is her total amount that she made. And if we solve this out, we would get $320. And 1 ounce of gold is about $300, so she definitely does have enough to buy an ounce of gold, since 320 is greater than 300. So it would be yes. At a Gold Rush gift shop, souvenir hats are $7.95 each, and gold pens are $11.50 each. Is $30 enough money to buy 2 hats and 1 gold pen? Explain. So, we know that souvenir hats are $7.95, and we have $30 to buy 2 hats. So, it would be 7.95 times 2, which, if you solve it out, then you would get 15.9. And then plus 1 gold pan, which is $11.50. So plus $11.50. And this should be less than or equal to 30. So if we add this up, we would get 15.9 plus 11.50, which is 27.4. And 27.4 is less than 30. So yes, $30 is enough. A newspaper article about the gold rush has 1,582 words. If the article fills 4 columns, about how many words are in each column? Okay, so if we visualize this, we know that there are 4 columns. 4 columns. 1, 2. So there's 4 columns. Column 1, 2, 3, 4. And if the article fills 4 columns, about how many words are in each column? So if there's a total of 1582 words, then that should equal to, and let's say column is C, so is equal to 4 times C, because there are 4 columns. So if we divide both sides by 4, then we would get 1582 divided by 4, which is 395.5. And if we round it up, then about 396 words are in each column.